Little Shop of Horrors is a movie from the 80s that I'm going to do a review or something on. But before I get started with this one, I'd like to thank Christina Booth for suggesting this for the Patreon raffle. This is something new I'm doing for my Patreon, where patrons of $5 or more get to choose a movie to put into a raffle that I'll review at the end of the month. And this month it was Little Shop of Horrors, chosen by Christina Booth. And I made sure with her that she wanted me to review the musical version that is based on the stage play that is based on the movie from 1960, because that seems to be the one that people are most familiar with. Now, I haven't watched many musicals, at least ones that aren't animated. But this one has interested me because it's by Frank Oz, who's a famous puppeteer. And it stars Rick Moranis, an actor that seemed to play in the 80s and only the 80s and just disappeared afterwards. He plays a character named Seymour who works in a little flower shop. And the owner of the shop says it isn't doing too well and he may have to close down. But after Seymour finds this strange plant, it starts attracting more attention to the shop. And then when the plant gets sick, Seymour realizes that he has to feed it blood to make it grow. Which should be a big red flag right there, but he keeps going because of the attention he's getting. And it eventually escalates to a point where he actually has to start feeding it humans. Not because he wants to, but because the plant is manipulating him by talking to him. All of the characters in the film are pretty good, though exaggerations of certain archetypes. Like Seymour is an overly nervous shy guy, and his love interest Audrey is sort of a late 50s airhead, and even their romance is a bit over the top because he names the plant Audrey too. There's also a very over the top character of Steve Martin's character who's a bully slash dentist. It's really weird, but also very funny. And there's a scene with him and Bill Murray that is pretty hilarious. The songs in the film are pretty catchy. Like, I've heard them in parodies before, but I've never actually heard them in the full context. And there are some that I like more than others, but after watching, I can pretty much recall every one. So it's a very memorable musical. But by far my favorite part of the movie is the animatronics. They're fantastic, some of the best from the 80s. The way the plant's lips move in sync to everything it's saying is incredible. And his song at the end is an incredible show of special effects. Of the time, that is, and it's all practical. If you love animatronics or puppetry, then you must watch that scene. Now, this movie has two endings. There's the theatrical cut and the director's cut. The theatrical cut is the good ending, meaning that it's the happy ending. While the director's cut is the bad ending, which is where everything goes wrong. And personally, I like the director's cut better because there's actually a bit more emotion to the end of it. The way things play out there seem a bit more sinister. But you can decide on which ending you want to see. Personally, I like the director's cut. Overall, it's a really great movie from the 80s. I was actually going to watch it last October, but I never got around to it. So thank you, Christina Booth, for suggesting it in the Patreon raffle. I really enjoyed it. So if you've seen Little Shop of Horrors, tell me what you thought down in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, by now we're getting a bit used to winter. We're like soldiers in the middle of a campaign, growing hardened to discomfort and better